Glues. This is definitely the best tool to have in your craft box, but there are so many of them. Today, I'm going to show you the best glues to use for your different projects. And of course, all the tools you'll need to make your miniature successful. Hello, my crafty dolls, and welcome to my craft room. I am Grandma Kitty, and yes, I'm a grandma, I swear. I have one grandchild, she's about 2.5, and I have another one on the way, coming pretty soon. And if you really want to inspect my hair, I do have some, I call it tinsel. I do have gray hair, so yes, I am a grandma. Okay, get down to business here. We are talking glue, and these are all the glues that I have. So if you're stocking up your craft room, you're starting to do miniatures, these are the glues you want to use. So I'm going to go through each one of them and then give you a little demonstration on how good they are and why they're my favorite. So first off, school glue. No, we do not use school glue. You're going to just, so if your kid has school glue in the house, don't use it. Just push it off. In fact, we're just going to get this off my table because it doesn't belong here. Elmer's, we're not using it. All right, your basic glue is Eileen's Tacky glue. I hope I'm saying that right. Eileen's? I think it's Eileen's. You can use it for small wood projects and of course for putting your whole dollhouse together. This is what I used when I got it. Next on the list is Mother Stover's glue. This one's a little harder to find. I found this one at Hobby Lobby, and it's going to be over by the dollhouse section. You can also get it online. I think Amazon has it. It is pricey. This one was $7, a little jar here, but it is the best. This is the best to use when you are doing your dollhouse and you want to put up wallpaper, or if you're putting a paper floor down, this is what you use. It is amazing stuff. It won't discolor your paper. It won't bubble your paper. Fabric glue. Fabric glue is great to have in your arsenal because, especially in miniatures, you might want to glue something onto some fabric, like a sticker or a little saying. That's paper. So this is the best to use for that. Next is Gorilla Glue. I like this for using, I don't know, if you have a little project with little bits of metal, you might want to use that for that. Next on my list is this glue stick. Now this glue stick is really convenient for doing paper projects. Like I said, like if you want to do books or making little printable boxes, perfect for that. You could probably get away with using this for wallpaper and maybe flooring in your dollhouse. I don't know, I haven't really experimented with that, but honestly, for doing the wallpaper and the flooring in your house that you're going to be keeping for a lifetime, definitely go with this. This is a much better product for wallpaper and flooring. This is perfect for doing small projects. I like to have both because, you know, you just never know what you feel like. All right, next on our list is Mod Podge. Mod Podge is the best, and it's an absolute must in your craft room. A satin and a gloss are two really good ones to start off with. Mod Podge is a decoupage. So what you do with it is you conceal things with it. It is amazing. It adds gloss to your project. It seals your project. So if you have a painted surface, and it really keeps it protected from any chipping. This stuff is great. Great for miniatures. Okay, next on our list is the glue gun. And honestly, guys, I really rarely use my glue gun for doing miniatures. It's just not practical. If you try to hot glue wood together, it'll just eventually break off. A lot of people might hot glue picture frames to the walls or decorative things to the walls. Don't do it. Do not hot glue. It'll rip off your paper if you choose to change it. And for me, I'm always wanting to change my dollhouse. It can never be the same. I want to change it all the time. So for me, the hot glue gun, I really don't use. So if you don't have one, don't even go and get one. Just kind of push that off to the side. Speaking of putting things on the walls, museum putty. This is Scotch brand. You can find this over by the framing section. Sometimes they have it over by the glue section in some stores. This stuff is amazing, and I can't emphasize enough how great it is. All right, first on our list is Eileen's Tacky glue. This is the best glue for using wood. And I'm a really big stickler for keeping things clean, so I'm going to remove the cap. And one of the other tools I like to use is just a paint palette knife. It's a plastic paint palette knife. You're going to squeeze your glue, dip it in there a little bit, grab a chunk, grab a good glob, and you're going to smear it on a paper plate. Okay? That is it, guys. And this is going to keep it really clean. If you do make a mess, you go ahead and use a damp cloth here. This is just a baby wipe. And you're going to keep this clean. This will keep it sealed, and it'll keep it from drying up. It'll keep it from gluing shut. Ooh, it's so annoying when you have to do that. All right, you guys. Also, you need designated glue brushes. I have these cheap paint brushes that I use, and these are only for glue. So go ahead and designate your brushes for glue. And it's nice to have a nice soft one. You don't want like really big bristles. That's what I'm trying to say. And a sponge brush. Sponge brushes are really, really good to use because you can just toss these. But they're, again, water soluble glue so you can wash it. Again, I used this glue to build my dollhouse. So, good stuff. You don't need a lot, okay? So I'm just demonstrating. Just glue that on. Put this together. A great tool to have in your tools are these little clips. And these clips are going to keep your project from coming apart and gluing evenly. Guys, I got these at the dollar store. Can you believe it? $1. And they work great. They work perfectly. They're going to keep everything together while it dries. So that is Tacky glue. Great for your wood projects. And don't forget to wash your brushes. Don't forget to wash your brushes. I'm kind of a clean freak when it comes to this kind of stuff. Again, you use your damp and get that wiped off right away. And then I always keep a garbage can right next to me also. All right, next on our list is Grandmother Stover's glue. This is the best glue to use for your paper wallpaper on your dollhouse when you're using paper flooring. This is the best to use. It will not wrinkle, it will not bubble, it won't discolor your paper. You guys, it's a miracle. This stuff is great. I use this for all my wallpaper in my dollhouse. Now, with the Tacky glue, I made sure the cap was really clean. This one I didn't, and you can see it's just a mess, and I can barely open it. I really had to crank it open because it was glued shut. So yeah, make sure you keep everything clean. I'm telling you, it'll save your life. It'll literally save your life. Here, I want to show you this little mini dollhouse I made. And I used this glue to put in the floor and the wallpaper. And again, it gives you a little bit of freedom to maneuver it around so you can stick it where you need to stick it. Love this stuff. It is great. All right, this is really good stuff to use also with your printables when you're making little paper boxes. And we're also going to use this glue stick. Now this is the glue stick you find in the scrapbook section. Specially made for paper. It's not going to discolor or wrinkle your paper. Oh, get it off. There we go. We got it. All right. This is a great tool to have. These are little teeny tiny brushes. You find these in the model section of the craft store, and they got a tiny little head on there, and it's great for this glue because it's so gluey, sticky, globby that you can really just dip it in there and put a little piece of glue on there. Great tool to have. You need one of these. All right, I went ahead and printed out this little box, and we're going to glue it shut. Now, you can do this two ways. You can use this glue to glue it. You can dab it on there. I don't know, seems okay. You can do that. Two ways to do it. Or you can take your glue stick and go ahead and put the actual box in the glue stick. Not like this, but like this. I'm going to fold that over. And we're going to glue that shut. And of course, rule number one when you're gluing is to let it dry. You've got to let this stuff dry. So either one of these glues work best for making a little box. When this is dry, we're going to come back. All right. We're going to let that dry, and we'll come back and we'll glue the end of it. All right, I want to show you two books that I made. One I made with tacky glue, which is a big no-no. It ruins your paper. And then the other one I used with the paper-friendly glues. Here are the books. This one I used with tacky glue. You can see that the paper got a little bit wrinkled, and it definitely discolored my paper. Ooh. Yeah, can you imagine cutting this all out and gluing it and then ruining it with the wrong glue? Yes, tacky glue. This is the glue specifically made for paper. So that's the big difference. So always use the right glue for the right project. Okay, I let my little box dry. Remember, let it dry. If you don't let it dry, you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to glue the other end. As you can see, there is no discoloration, there is no bubbling, there's no wrinkling. So both products are really good for this. Now I'm going to glue one of the ends closed. This is a tool you have to have. This is a little tweezers. You can find these in the bead section of the craft store, or you can go right ahead to your beauty section and find them. Honestly, they're going to be cheaper by the beauty because anything made for crafts seems to be extra expensive. So with this teeny tiny area that I'm gluing, I'm going to use the grandmother Stover's glue, just because I can use my little stick here, my little gloopy gloop, and stick it on there. And it's nice and thick. You can really get in there. Go ahead and glue this. And you could use the glue stick, and you could definitely use this to do the same thing, if you wanted to. Okay. You're going to take your tweezers and you're going to push down. Get that push down. See, the tweezers really help. If you did not have your tweezers, I think you'd be going crazy right now. And you can use the side. This is where you want to, just going to wipe off that glue so we're not going to ruin our brush. I'm sorry, ruin our box. Go ahead and push it down. There we go. And there you go. You have a really nice seal. And that is going to dry really nice. It's not going to wrinkle, it's not going to buckle, and it won't discolor. So either one is great to use. I like to have both if I want to do a large area. Like if I'm doing my wallpaper for my dollhouse and it's going to last a lifetime, use this. This works good if you're doing projects like these. You can totally get away with this one. Both are good. And what's great about this, you can reuse it. Just go ahead and use your wipe and clean that off. And you can use it for next time. There we go. And don't forget to clean off your jar, because I didn't last time and it glued shut. Talk about a pain in the butt. Like, look at the cover. Oh, it just makes me sick right now. Go ahead and put that on there. Two really great products for when you're building your little miniature boxes. All right, crafty dolls, our next glue is Mod Podge. This is an absolute must for your craft box. We have it in gloss and satin. Those are my two recommendations. So Mod Podge is basically a decoupage. So what you do with it is you can put paper on an object. Now you can put it on wood, you can put it on ceramics, you can put it on glass. And it glues it on there, it seals it, it protects it. If you do any painting projects, you can put Mod Podge on it to seal it. This is my little doll here. The paint was very flat. You can see that it added a really nice shine to it, and it also protects it from chipping. So this doll my granddaughter is going to be playing with when she's a little older, and she's going to be banging these around. They're going to be flying all over the house. The Mod Podge will protect the paint from chipping. So it's a really great product. All right, I want to show you how I'm going to take my little art box here. Isn't that cute? And I want to put a label on the top of it. So I printed this out, and it says watercolor paints. All right. Now, don't be alarmed. This stuff stinks. Whew. Oh my gosh, this is a stinky, stinky product. But it's great. Talk about getting high on glue. All right. So, again, you take your designated glue brush, put a nice thin coat on there. I'm going to put our piece of paper on top that says watercolor paints. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, can't stand it. Press it down, and then you just go over the top with it. So you can really transform anything into something special with this stuff. It'll keep it from peeling off. And then you really want to, it's almost like painting now. You want to make sure your strokes are going the same way. Kind of like you're painting. And I'm using the gloss. Oh, excuse me, I'm using the satin. This is the satin. I thought it was the gloss. Satin is good. Satin is just fine. And there you go. And that is gonna, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. It's so cute. All right. I'm not even going to let that dry because I'm going to open it up. I'm going to put my little, put my little palette inside. Now your tweezers come in handy. And I have this little printed out watercolor palette that I made. And you can see it's pretty forgiving. I mean, I'm kind of getting that in there. Guys, I love doing miniatures. I mean, it's so therapeutic. You sit here and craft and be in your own little world. There we go. What do you think? So cute. And then you can decoupage the whole box. Give that little bit of a shiny look to it. And there we go. So this product is just perfect. So love this product. It's a great product. Absolutely need it in your craft box. Don't forget to wash your brushes. All right, I wanted to show you this one here. I put Mod Podge on. You can see that it's nice and shiny. It gives it a little bit of a shine. And this one doesn't. And then the paper, it's just not protected. So this is going to give it a nice protection and last a little longer. It'll keep the paper from peeling off. You can see here that it's kind of peeling a little bit. This one keeps it really nice and tight and gives it a really nice sheen to it. All right, next on the list is fabric glue. Fabric glue is perfect because you might want to add a little sticker to maybe a pillow, a sticker to a little apron, maybe some tea towels. Endless possibilities. Here is just a sticker book. And I am going to add a little heart to the pillow. Going to add a little heart to the pillow. And then I want to put a little flower on my apron. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. Okay, so these are just stickers. These are not going to stay. These are not going to stay. So, again, I do not use the nozzle because it's going to make a mess. I don't need a whole lot, so I'm just going to do the old squeeze and dip to keep it clean. I'm going to take our little sticker and put it on the side. Go ahead and use our tweezers to move it around. And these tweezers, I mean, they're great for everything. Go ahead and push that down. And then I'm going to put a little bit more on top. To glue that on to make sure it's nice and sealed. Now that little guy is not coming off. Oh, it's so cute. All right, I'm going to do the same thing for my apron. Squeeze, dip. We're going to put the glue on the back. If you hear my dog snoring on the floor, I'm sorry. Lucy is sleeping on the job. She's my producer, by the way. She tells me what to do, for sure. I'll have to take a video of her. All right, so here we go. I'm going to let that dry, and I will show you that this thing ain't going nowhere. Isn't this the cutest little apron? I made that apron for my art room for my dollhouse. So cute. And that is just a sticker. This looks like it's coming up a little bit. All right. And there you go. Very handy to have in your craft box, fabric glue. Definitely have that in there. All right, next on the list is Gorilla Glue. This is just the original. Now this is basically I like to use when I'm working with stone or metal or ceramic. This bonds better. As you can see, I broke my shovel for my garden. Got to glue that back together. It's also good for little ceramics. So this is a little plate, and I glued the saucer on, and the spoon, and the cookies. So that's just going to give it a really nice bond that's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So, all right, screw the top off. Don't use the little spout. You're going to make a mess. And I'm just going to dip. You don't even need a lot. And so this is metal. Scrape that in there. Get this going in there. And there we go. And we'll let that dry and we are good to go. So great to have if you are doing a kit that might be metal on metal, or maybe you want to glue something to here like flowers. I would use the Gorilla Glue. That would be better bond for the glue. All right, this is the next product. This is my favorite product. You have to have this if you do any miniatures, because you can use this to put your pictures on the wall. You can use it to make tablescapes, and it'll keep everything in place, but you can always remove it, and it will never remove the paper. It won't discolor anything. It won't ruin anything. It won't take the paint off your furniture or the varnish off your furniture. This stuff is amazing. Let me show you. All right, we are going to make a little tablescape, and what's nice about this is you can move this around and nothing's going to fall, and you can always take it off and do something different in the future. It's not permanent, and that is great because I'm always wanting to change everything. All right, so we're doing this little tablescape for the kitchen, and I'm going to take a little piece of this putty. We're just going to put it down for the tablecloth. And honestly, this stuff deserves its own episode. It is a miracle. It is amazing stuff. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. All right, I'm going to put our little basket. Put it right on there. You don't need a whole lot. You do need to press firmly though. Look at that, already not moving. Not moving. Our carrots, I mean, these are really cool carrots. Now this is probably too much. I mean, guys, it is tempting to glue things, but we do not want to glue. Put that down. You can almost use the same one. Kind of squish it together. There we go. Look at that. Not moving. Put our plate down. Put our plate down. Here's another little basket. Now again, I do not want to glue anything. I feel like the glue would ruin everything. And it always makes you the glue makes it permanent, you know, and I like to play. I like to rearrange. So glue is my enemy sometimes. All right, how about we put a little knife on there too? You don't need a lot. Put a little piece on there. There we go. Now, look at that. You can take it to your dollhouse and it's not going to be flying all over the place. It's perfect. And if you want to change your tablescape, you just take the putty off. Look at that. It didn't do anything to our cute little cabbage, our cute little pepper. It didn't do anything to it. Easy peasy. And the best part is you can reuse this. As long as you don't get a lot of cat hair in it, you can completely reuse it. Mounting putty. This is the best. I'm going to do a whole episode on this stuff and show you exactly how to use it. It is the best. All right, we are in my dollhouse and I'm in my little art studio. Just wanted to show you some of the things that we made today. We made our watercolor paints. We did the decoupage on there. Looks really great, nice and shiny. Not going anywhere. Here is the little box we glued together with our glue, our grandmother Stover's glue or our glue stick. You can use either one. All right, guys, here is my favorite part. Here is the putty that I put on our little coat rack here. I'm going to put a little rack in my art room for the aprons. I'm going to put that on there, squish it on really good. Here's the apron. Here's the apron going on. Oh, so cute. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. And you know what? I think I put that on the wrong spot. I think I want it a little lower. You just take it off and push it down. Didn't even ruin the wallpaper. And speaking of wallpaper, here's the wallpaper with the grandmother Stover's glue that I used. And here it is on the floor. It's very beautiful. There's no wrinkling, there's no bubbling. Stays together nice. All right, my crafty friends, that is it for me today. Thank you again so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future tips. Share with a friend, especially one who loves to do miniatures. If you are new to miniatures or just starting out making your own dollhouse, this is your glue starter kit. And don't forget about all the tools I suggested. You are going to make successful miniatures. They're going to turn out great. Leave in the comments what you made. I would love to hear from you. If you don't know what to say, just leave me a yellow heart. And I will see you again next time, everyone. Thanks again. Bye-bye.